take what you want and leave? Why don't you just take what you want from me? I think you should take what you want and leave. What you want from me? Yeah. What you want from me? Get yourself an Adderall, then throw me up against the wall, and kick me when I have to crawl. Ooh, I love it when you show no love at all. You know I can be your part-time lover. Our scars, they'll dance with each other. I can be your part-time lover. Our scars, they'll dance with each other. Why don't you just take what you want from me? I think you should take what you want and leave. Why don't you just take what you want from me? I think you should take what you want and leave. What you want from me? Yeah. What you want from me? You're changing every day. You play it at you everything. You're changing every day. And you're taking everything.
With the Wegmans Meals to Go app, you can satisfy all your sushi, pizza, wings, and sub cravings with delivery straight to your dorm or apartment. Download the Wegmans Meals to Go app today. Select stores only. Minimum $20 order for delivery. Check availability in your area.
Sundown and I'm feeling lifted. Downtown cherry lipstick. Watch your silk dress dancing in the wind. Watch it brush against her skin. Makes me wanna try her on. Like life's so fun, life's so fun. Got my mini skirt and my rollerblades on. Bag on my side cause I'm out till dawn. Keeping it light like silk chiffon. Life's so fun, life's so fun. Don't need to worry about no one. She said I got her if I want. She's so soft like silk chiffon. Chiffon, that's how it feels. Oh, when she's on me. get. I always want what I can't have. I guess we have that in common. I'm always looking for the greener grass, and she's the daisy in my garden. And it seems we're in the same boat, clinging to something that could never flow, diving head first in the deep end, drowning of poison. You blew me a kiss in the class that she skips, and you hold my hand, but she bites my lips. I wear your sweater for her irons up. You write me love letters so she gets pissed. You blew me a kiss in the class that she skips, and you hold my hand, but she bites my lips. I wear your sweater for her irons up. You write me love letters. Night coffee, no Paris. Night coffee, no Paris. Night coffee, no Paris. Night coffee, no Paris. Night coffee, no Paris.
Hi, this is JJ from Once. Thanks for joining us tonight for some special content made just for you by the Once production family. Art and community are our priorities at Once. We love making videos for you, and we love making great live experiences for you too. Please come join us at one of our live shows soon. But for now, enjoy the show, and thank you so much for all of your support. We really appreciate you, and you rock.
Hello, and welcome to tonight's theme song open mic. My name is Flight or Visibility, and I'm so honored to be a guest host this month. I have chosen the theme Collective Care because I believe that this is the foundation that allows us to be the artists and creators that we deserve to be. So in preparation for this event, I asked some friends how they define collective care. And I'd like to open this space by reading a definition from my friend Lennox, who may or may not be performing later. They are currently engaged in a collective care mission of their own. So Lennox says, collective care is simply care for all, understanding that while we work to build a world equitable to each based on need, we don't live in that world. It's understanding systems of oppression and how they come out of you even as you engage with love. It's not waiting until someone is in crisis to help them. So much of our lives is just responding to crisis after crisis rather than care, which is preventing a crisis. It's the difference between coming together to stop an eviction versus coming together to create a rent-free home for families and folks in need. Collective care understands that for marginalized people, our wants are actually our needs, and understands that for oppressors, your needs are sometimes actually your wants, and how to sit with that. It's interrupting violence before it happens, and when we can't, when we fail at keeping each other safe, as we will because the system is so much meaner than we are, we rise up and make space for grief, for anger, for happiness, for guilt. For all the emotions associated with surviving a system that wants you dead. Collective care is all these things and more. So, take a moment to digest that. And before we get started, I want to remind y'all that Once has set the rules that each performer will get 5 minutes and also strict no harassment policy. I've also added a couple additional rules. Those are, all artistic disciplines are welcome. Music, poetry, juggling, monologue, whatever you want to present is what we would like to receive. Please use content warnings and give a moment for people to leave the space if they do not want to engage with that content. So a content warning might be like, I'm going to talk about death. I'm going to talk about sexual assault. I'm going to talk about racism, etc. Anything that you think people might not want to hear, because it might trigger them. That's what a content warning is. We love apologies for harm caused, but we don't love self put downs. So if someone DMs and says, hey, that was actually kind of transphobic, and I know you didn't intend that, but that's how it read, that's okay to apologize for. But we don't want you getting on the mic and being like, I'm not very good at what I do, because you are. You're here. You're present. You're in this community together, and we're all here to be present with each other and to be human, not to be perfection. So with that in mind, I'm so excited to call our first performer to the stage. Their sound check was just absolutely phenomenal. Give it up for The City View.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Tell us about the piece you're gonna be doing.
So I chose the song before I knew the theme, but I actually the way I'm connecting it is just that it's important to not forget to take care of yourself in the middle of helping out other people and working with other people. It's just important to make sure that you're doing okay along the way too, because I think that will help everyone if you're kind of making sure that your emotional and mental well-being is doing okay as well. That's my connection there.
So true. I cannot wait to hear this. And are there any content warnings you need to give?
No.
Perfect. All your
Can you hear like an echo on my end? Okay, okay, cool. I've never been so take pictures to remember this fill my head with lies. I'm gravitating towards the dark. Thank you.
Woo! Give it up for our first rave performer of this evening. Congratulations, that was gorgeous. Do you have any shows or events coming up that we should know about?
No shows. No shows scheduled right now. I'm mostly trying to do virtual stuff until COVID stuff kind of settles back down. No, I have my music on my Bandcamp, thecityview.bandcamp.com, and I'm on Twitter at thecityview and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it for now.
That's awesome. It's always so important for artists to follow each other on the socials and buy each other's music if you can afford it. That's how we keep doing what we do. Next up, we have a friend of mine who I see a lot at these open mics, and it's always just such a joy to see her face. And I'm sure you will just fall in love with her ukulele playing and her crooning. Give it up for Chelsea from Travels with Brindle.
Raph, it's a pleasure to see you at these as well. So the song itself does not follow the theme of collective care, but I'm going to be releasing it. It's a cover. I'm releasing it as a single in November, and it's going to be a benefit for the community fridge out here in Malden. So if you like it, yeah, there we go. So if you like it, check on Bandcamp Friday in November. This is going to be one of two covers that I'm releasing. It's by a really awesome singer-songwriter from Baltimore, Maryland, whose work was rediscovered this year, and it's called In This. Good to go?
That's so cool. Can you just tell us a little bit about what the community fridge effort is for those who don't know?
Yes, of course. So the community fridge, it's kind of like a soup kitchen or a food bank, but it's for perishable goods, and it's for low-income families or for anyone who needs groceries. If you have perishable groceries, put it in the fridge. If you need perishable groceries and you're short on cash, go to the fridge, get something out. We've got 3 community fridges here in Malden. I know that there's one in Cambridge, there's one in JP. There are a couple around, and I know that with a lot of food banks, they encourage you to donate money because they can get more groceries with a monetary donation. But anything you can do for a community fridge or a food pantry is a really good thing. And I wanted to teach myself to mix, and I wanted to give myself a deadline, or else I'd never get it done. And so I figured it would be a good idea for me to release this single and find a way to give back to the community. And since we're establishing a community fridge program here in Malden, I thought that would be a good place to throw my money and a good place to support. So yeah.
That is so freaking cool. Thank you so much. All right, let's hear your song.
All right.
There is some kind of happiness in this, I feel it coming. The kind of thing we miss when it is gone away. What I say here, the words that I know there is some kind of pleasantness in this. I get the feeling, if only for a moment, never quite enough. What are you thinking of? There is da 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 da
Wow! Oh my god. I love the message. I love the dreaminess with which you play. And yeah, thank you so much. Do you have any shows coming up?
Well, I'm here in a couple months. So look for me here. And also check me out on Bandcamp, travelswithbrindle.bandcamp.com. And hopefully when the COVID numbers start to go down, I'll be busking out in Harvard Square. So maybe you can find me there as well.
Yes, we love buskers.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, who do we have? Oh, we have Tori. So next up, we have another incredible friend of mine who is the co-host of the First Fridays open mic, which is another fantastic virtual open mic that you should all check out. Tori's a phenomenal poet, phenomenal social media manager and publicist, phenomenal friend, writer, journalist. She does it all. Give it up for Tori.
Oh, thanks, Raph. You're such a good hype person. Thanks so much for having me. It's so great to be in this space with all of you, and it's really great to see so many familiar faces here. Um, I'm gonna read a poem. I selected this poem specifically for the theme. I really love the theme that you chose, Raph. I'm really happy to be performing with everybody under the theme of collective care. It's super important, especially now as we are approaching like a second year of this weird like pandemic isolation time. So I chose this poem. It's called Poem for Aliens. Um, I'll give a content warning for some violent imagery, some bloody imagery. I swear a bunch. There's some profanity. And there's a mention of like drugs and alcohol. So yeah, this is Poem for Aliens. Welcome to Earth. I know we've got a pretty bad reputation here. We kill our own, we're destroying this planet we call home. And we've created this fucked up system of digital currency that's based on paper, that's based on gold, I think, for which we spend our entire lives exchanging our labor so that we can trade currency for a home and other basic needs like food and clothes, so we can continue trading our labor for this pretend gold so we can survive until we die. I know that this looks bad, and it is, but I want to show you something. Yeah, I know this is a warehouse, but grab a beer, pass a joint. Do you have those on your planet? Well, settle in. I want you to watch how much care this band puts in as they set up to perform for this crowd of maybe 100 queer punk weirdos. Hear the cement walls' shitty acoustics writing the soundtrack of Euphoria, the bass line synchronizing the crowd's heartbeat as they jump, jump, jump in perfect harmony, bloody noses and bruises a small price to pay for the bliss of disappearing into the crowd of a mosh pit. Listen as the leaders of this group of perfect strangers preach the gospel of rebellion and revolution until their lungs give out, screaming from the performer's pulpit, anointed with sweat and spit, blurring the unspoken line between minister and congregant, artist and observer, us and them. I know the world out there can be so bad. There's so much pain and darkness and greed out there, but in here, there's community. And that's the piece of earth I hope you'll take home with you. Thank you.
Yes, beautiful. I love that phrase. What it was writing the score of Euphoria. I love that. I feel like that's like always my goal as a musician. So thank you so much for that. Do you have any performances or events, things we should know, places we should follow you?
I'll just plug the next First Fridays open mic. It's happening on November 5th. And you can follow us at First Fridays GP on socials. We're still doing everything virtually, so you can join us from wherever you are.
And yeah, that is a phenomenal space. If you haven't been there, please go there. It's just the most beautiful community.
And that's where we met.
It is where we met. Okay. Oh, I'm muted. Next up, we have an absolutely phenomenal rapper and activist and just all around amazing human who I met at an open mic outside recently, and they came up all the way from Hartford to Boston for this. Give it up for Tanea Taylor.
Thank you so much. That warmed my heart. Thanks for shouting out this event so I can make it and perform. Collective care is a great topic, especially now we're talking about the pandemic, in COVID. It's the one thing that we really super need, and there's a lot of individualism being pushed by both capitalism and the sheer nature of COVID, like the isolation that you have to face, how we were quarantined, how we're just forced to distance. So, it's easy to forget collective care. And I think Chelsea was saying earlier just about, mutual aid and starting food pantries and free fridges. Like, that's what it's all about. That's what my organization does, the Nonprofit Accountability Group. We're NAC Hartford. We try to, just give out as much food and resources as we can by building free food pantries and helping out with free refrigerators. That stuff is like super important right now. So that's like what collective care means to me. And this song, is a theme song. It's based on Inuyasha anime that I used to watch as a kid. And I grew up and I kind of interpreted one of the characters differently. Her name was Kikyo. She was a zombie priestess. And she was all about that, like community care, mutual aid, taking care of, the sick and children, and the Shikon Jewel, which she eventually met her demise over. So this I'm going to perform is called Kikyo. Let's hope the sound is good. Did I tell you that is Kikyo? Did I tell you that is Kikyo? Abolish the police, sex work is not a crime. Immigration officers need to do time. Politicians lie, we gotta act accordingly. When being orderly, maybe God be more than me. I never take heed, so I'd rather take the streets. I know I shouldn't trust everything they say to me. I know they make us pay for everything they get for free. Pray for me, if you think it's sweet, it's getting savory. Did I tell you that is Kikyo? Kikyo, 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 Kikyo is Kikyo. Did I tell you that is Kikyo? Kikyo, 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 Kikyo is Kikyo. Did I tell you that is Kikyo? Kikyo, 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 Kikyo is Kikyo. Did I tell you that it's CEO? Why are everybody's lies so believable and feasible? If you fool me once, I got it easy to do. I'm taking ownership and owning it, get a hold of it. I'm sticking out my chest even though it got a hole in it. Black soul, still half pole, climbing a flagpole. That go to hashtag swole, ain't but a tadpole. I'm already hopping with the big frog, barking with the big recipe. Sometimes I'm pissed off, the word is gruesome. Another newsome, we gotta do something before they kill us. Mortality gets realer. Did I tell you that it's Kikio, 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 Kikio is Kikio? Did I tell you that it's Kikio, 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 Kikio is Kikio? Did I tell you that it's Kikio, 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 Kikio is Kikio? Did I tell you that it's Kikio? Huh? So we a team now, I'm breaking out the guillotine. I'ma take the head, that's what I think the leader mean. I snatch your soul, you can fight with it like Stockholm Syndrome. Be the villain or the victim, the catcher or the pitcher, get rapture or deliver. I told him eat the cake, cause I only want a sliver. The kid is selfish, it's something that I relish. I'ma be upfront with you, there's no need to embellish. Too many people on my back as it is. I'm taking care of everybody, I ain't got kids. But I feel like everybody taking care of me, and I blame the world and the way that it be. We looking at our phones, not looking up to see. I ain't trying to knock it, but sometimes I lose me. Did I tell you that it's Kikio, 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 Kikio is Kikio? Did I tell you that it's Kikio, 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 Kikio is Kikio? Did I tell you that it's Kikio, 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 Kikio is Kikio? Did I tell you that it's Kikio, 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 Kikio? Did I tell you that it's Kikio? Death never sleeps, robe all white, I'm still the black sheep. We can be estranged, but it's still family. It's an exorcism, call out the priest. With a boo, I am a beast, but I'm still your equal. Stay tuned for the sequel. You can't heal the sickness, my heart is to the people. Did I tell you that it's Kikio, 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 Kikio is Kikio? Did I tell you that it's Kikio, 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 Kikio is Kikio? Did I tell you that it's Kikio? Thank you.
Wow. I love that so much. I've heard you do it before, but like I had no idea that it was related to an anime zombie goddess who engages in collective care and mutual aid work. So that just like made me love it like even more than I already loved it. And I'm just so happy that you were here and that you shared that. Hope you come back. Do you have any shows or events coming up? Things we should follow?
Sure, thank you so much. Yeah, I saw that you put NAG Hartford on Instagram, and we also have a website, www.naghartford.org, and we work on like racial equity, and we have community conversations on like, you know, certain topics. So always a space for folks, and we focus on disabled and trans people. So if you feel like you belong in that space, please hit us up.
Beautiful. Yeah, and I'll make sure that gets to the YouTube stream too. We are going to take a short break, I believe, and then we'll have a few more performances after the break, as well as our feature, SAAFYR. So stay tuned.
America?
Demand your OVV.
I want my OVV.
I want my OVV.
I want my OVV.
Your favorite bands.
The What's nightclub.
All online.
Tell your computer.
Grab your mobile device.
Don't.
I want my OVV.
Hi, my name is Brandy Blaze, and we're here live at One Somerville, and I also have DJ Lightshan with me. Hi! We just got finished performing in this amazing venue, and we just want to take time to thank One Somerville, but also speak about how important art venues are to our art and to us as artists. This is how we reach our fans. This is how we build our fan bases, by getting to perform in these venues. COVID has taken an unprecedented hit on our industry here in Boston, and it's really important that we help to save our stages, save our venues. Please donate what you can. Use the hashtag, tell your friends to to Save Our Stages so that when we come back in 2021, I have a rafter to hang off, because I promised my first show I'm going to hang off a rafter. Are you going to hang off too, or what?
Well, yeah, of course, I'm jumping, yeah. I just want to jump in the crowd.
Oh, okay, so we're never getting booked here again.
Donate, thank you.
Donate, use hashtag Save Our Stages, and we love you, Boston.
All right, support.
So we're Once Somerville. We have an online store. It's called Shopperville. Get it? It's a pretty cool place. You can find our t-shirts, our bumper stickers, which, by the way, say Once Army, smashing the patriarchy since 2015. So you know you want people to be seeing that. Check out Once Shopperville. You can find the link in all of our socials. Please buy something. It helps us, makes you look cool. You rock.
My name is Anjimali, and Once is one of my favorite venues ever. I think the first time I came here was like 2012 with a bunch of kids from Boston University. So this place has a very special place in my heart. Follow hashtag Save Our Stages to find out how you can help save important, awesome, independent venues like Once.
And we're back. Oh, I'm so excited to be back. If you are just joining us, this is the theme song open mic at Once Somerville. Our theme tonight is collective care. And we've heard lots and lots and lots about mutual aid, direct giving, supporting queer and trans and disabled people. And we're here in community to support each other. Next up, I just met them at Soundcheck, and I was blown away. I cannot wait to hear this whole song. Give it up for Lisa.
Hey there. I sound checked with a different song. This is another one. Just taking time to thank those who stand with me at events, working for change. You don't know what you do to me. Yeah. Don't know all the things I see in you. What I know of, you'll never know. No. You've given me, yeah. You'll never know all the things that made me smile for a while. Thank you. Know that you'll be there my side as you call for change. Black lives matter, and I'm sure you will say her name. Say her name. You don't know what you do to me, yeah. You don't know all the things I see in you. Oh, you never know.
Woo! That was absolutely beautiful, Lisa. I love your voice so much, and your guitar playing is top notch. I am a new fan. I'm so excited to have you here. Do you have anything coming up that you want to tell us about?
Well, on the 9th, I'm actually doing Dan Heights Coffee House, which you can access online. I'm a feature performer. I have 2 half-hour sets there. I can look that up. Actually, though, you can look it up on Meetup.
On
Dan
Meetup,
Heights.
okay.
Right. There's a group there, and I'll be their featured performer there. I can put my YouTube stuff in the chat.
Yes, please do.
So slowly but surely trying to get back out, but, COVID.
It's hard.
It is.
It's really hard. It's a tough balance.
Most of the shows have been outside, so. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was incredible. So, it's not fair to make all y'all perform and not share something myself. So, I'm gonna share a little something next. Now, this song, I started writing it before pandemic hit, actually. I was thinking about, like, how hard it is to organize events, how hard it is to sustain music venues, how hard it is to, like, be a grassroots community artist, and like how few resources we have. And then pandemic hit, and it was just like even more so. And then the 2020 summer protests started happening, and the police violence in response to those was just so dramatic, and we were all isolated, and it was just like a very, very, very scary time, and I was worried about a lot of my friends. And then the movement to reopen the schools started getting very vocal, and like I'm a teacher too. I'm not teaching in person right now, but like I was thinking like that could be me being put in these unsafe situations. So this is a song of solidarity around all those things. Content warning for police brutality mention and working conditions under COVID. And yeah. There's a sense of unity when we're stuck in isolation. There's a sense of unity when oh my god. Sense of unity when we'll never pay our bills. There's a sense of unity when we're living in the moment. There's a sense of unity when we've swallowed all our pills. Lift me up from this existential hole. Let me make a place of refuge in my soul. How can I share what is left in my bowl? I don't know. So lift me up from this existential hole. Let me make a place of refuge in my soul. How can I share what is left in my bowl? I don't know. Well, we sense impunity from these mega corporations. We sense impunity as our friends die on their jobs. We sense impunity as our voices met with tear gas. And we sense impunity when their actions profit still. Lift me up from this existential hole. Let me make a place of refuge in my soul. How can I share what is left in my bowl? I don't know. So lift me up from this existential hole. Let me make a place of refuge in my soul. How can I share what is left in my bowl? I don't know. Well, there's a school committee, and they want us to reopen. There's a school committee relying on invented facts. There's a school committee who have put our lives in danger. And there's a school committee who have thrown us in the trash. Lift me up from this existential hole. Let me make a place of refuge in my soul. How can I share what is left in my bowl? I don't know. What if I told you your emotions are the ocean? What if I Would you choose to see the soft light or the stingers on the jellies? Or believe me if I told you that you never have to choose? Lift me up from this existential hole. Let me make a place of refuge in my soul. How can I share what is left in my bowl? I don't know. I don't know. So lift me up from this existential hole. Let me make a place of refuge in my soul. How can I share what is left in my bowl? I don't know. I don't know. What is community? It is all of us together. What is community? It is how we will resist. There's a sense of unity when we're living in this moment. 'Cause without community, we would never make it through. So lift me up from this existential hole. Make a place of refuge in my soul. How can I share what is left in my bowl? I don't know. I don't know. Thank you.
Wow.
Aw, thanks everyone. I got no shows coming up. I've been promoting this, and I'm very excited to say that. We have one more performer before our feature. This is just an amazing, amazing human, so mindful of everyone's needs, also phenomenal poet, singer, performer, class facilitator, and partner in organizing events sometimes. Give it up for the one, the only, Adrian Ballou.
Yay, thank you for inviting me, Roth. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited. I am going to share a piece I wrote a while ago, back when I was a little trans egg that had just cracked, and I had a secret blog at the time. It's called Captain Glitter Toes. It's not a secret anymore. And I wrote about a lot of different things, including transness and disability. And this is a piece from back then. I want to thank folks that have done a lot of this thinking already, many disability justice movement leaders who shared these same ideas and thoughts with me in different ways. Yes, I'm going to share one piece. If there's time, I'll share another one, but I think we're running a little low on time, so we'll see. This one's pretty short. This is called We Are Not Useless, We Are Fabulous. Content warning for ableism, classism, and movement space kind of trauma. Just today, I was talking with a friend who said, I just wish I could do more of those things, be able to go to protests and organize and work on the things I care about. I know I have often felt this. I know many others feel this uselessness. If we do not have the energy to spend on what is often seen as activism, then we are not committed to the cause. Then we are not actually useful, supposedly. I say, though, that the idea of people with disabilities as useless is an idea that stems straight from capitalism. Not all aspects of oppression stem simply from capitalism, but capitalism is all wrapped up in many forms of oppression. It finds different ways to control each group, to make each group expendable. In particular, we are expendable because we are useless. But we are human beings, not dollar signs. We are human beings, not the products we put out. We have lungs and stomachs and hearts and brains, and they are churning and working and thinking, breathing and beating, making us live each day. They may not work the way we find most comfortable or efficient all the time, but they work all the same. Efficiency be damned. We are miracles. We are most certainly not flat pieces of paper with writing on them that get passed from hand to hand in a frenzy of abstract value. The very meaning of justice work needs to be changed. The idea of what constitutes activism or organizing needs to be changed. How many organizers have I known who organize at the cost of everything else in their lives? Their own care, the care of their families, and in a perverse way, even the care of their communities. While at a meeting, they didn't give their friend a ride to the doctor. While at a conference, they missed helping their kid with homework. I know that for some organizers, this is their livelihood and they have to go to these events. For many people who do not have organizing jobs, they need to choose between work and caring for others as well. What I'm saying is that ideas of what organizing is need to be expanded, both for paid and unpaid organizers. The movement not only needs an accessibility check, it needs a priority check. We bring more people in when they are cared for, when they're in community. Caring and creating community is organizing work. The agitating that organizers do is important, and it can have results that make a difference in daily life. But I say that truly good results cannot happen without everyone there. And these results start with people living in a community where they care for themselves, their families, and the people around them. They care deeply, they show up, they cook food for each other. So much of this work is about improving conditions at an institutional level, and that is direly needed work. But it is not the only kind of improvement that is needed. These movements do not include me when I cannot show up, and I may have skipped out on the movement. These movements do not include us when they are not accessible. What happens when we don't make space for everyone? What happens when we are asked to show up at the courthouse to try to free someone from prison, and we do not support people with experience being incarcerated in the wholeness of their trauma? They should be leading this work, and we need to make space for that support. We also may need to wait to take to the streets while processing trauma, but that doesn't mean that we can't organize. What happens when the spaces we book aren't accessible for people with mobility devices, or children, or a bus pass, or interpretation needs, or mental illness? Many people who are dealing with intense forms of oppression are just trying to survive, just putting food on their table with multiple jobs, or have no money because they can't work. If the people most directly affected by an issue can't show up, we know what kind of bad shit can go down. These are not the movements I want to be part of. We cannot leave anyone behind. Let's organize for communities of care. Organizing can look like making food for a friend when you can. I say organizing is hanging out and talking about these issues or shooting the breeze about nothing in particular. I say organizing is slipping in these topics whenever you can. Organizing is watching mindless TV with a friend. Organizing is watching someone else's kids or your own. Sometimes organizing is simply existing. Sometimes simply existing is really hard. It's a huge success in itself. Sometimes organizing looks like lying in bed all day, and sometimes it looks like getting out of bed. Some may say we are useless, but they need to expand their vocabulary. We are fucking fabulous, and we are existing every day, caring for each other every day. We cannot let anyone out of our net. Let's hold each other in all our fabulousness and need, however we can, whenever we can. This is building communities of care. This is making the change we need. This is caring for anyone who's left behind by a capitalistic model of organizing or just plain oppression. Let's hold each other fiercely.
Wow. So many feels. Is that published anywhere?
It is.
Care to say more?
It's published on my secret blog from when I hadn't come out as trans yet, 7 years ago, and was writing under a pseudonym. I don't know where I should put the link though.
Okay. Amazing. Well, I hope that you post it somewhere else sometime, because those words really, really, really resonate. And I'm so glad we started the space with a message from Lennox about what collective care means and can mean, and the depths that it can go. And I think you really brought that energy back to close out our open mic portion of the night. And so I'm just so happy that you made it here and shared that with us. We have one more performer, and she is our feature. I'm going to read her bio because it's incredible. Noemi SAAFYR Paz, intimately known as Miss Pussy, Pussy is spelled with $2 as the S's, is a queer, sensually empowered, spiritual Afro-Latinx expressive healing artist. I'm going to read that again. Queer, sensually empowered, spiritual Afro-Latinx expressive healing artist. She is a performer, a trained facilitator, organizer, event host, vlogger, and a sign language interpreter. SAAFYR engages with the community through her art, newsletters, and programming that started in 2014, SOS, Sharing Our Stories, a collective space for artistic affirmations through both verbal and nonverbal styles that centers on the autonomy of traumatized, marginalized bodies to empower radical self-love. To learn more, check out her website, www.saafyr.com. SAAFYR is spelled SAAFYR. And sign up for updates. So give a big round of applause for our feature performer tonight, SAAFYR!
Woo! Woo! Hi, everybody. Wow. Thank you so much. That was such a beautiful intro. Like the most excited felt intro I've had. So thank you. Hi, everybody. Can you guys hear me? I'm using my new mic with my new mic stand and my new amp. I'm very happy to be here with you all tonight. I see my loves are in here. Hold on, let me move my mic further away. Okay, there we go. Oh no. All right. Okay. I see my loves are in here. Ashley, Sid, Abida. I'm very happy to see you guys. Thank you again for inviting me. And I'm really happy to be here to talk about and perform around community care. I'm sorry, my mic is being weird. Okay. So I'm really excited to talk about community care because this is pretty much my daily work. I use my art, my music, and my drive to do community care as like a practice, a way of living, and a radical political statement, you know? So I am SAAFYR, and I'm the creator of Sharing Our Stories, SOS, and I'm one of the program, myself and my program are partnering with Survivor Theater Project, and I'll tell you all the links later. But yeah, we have some really amazing things coming up. Blueprint to Thrive programming, cultivating peer consulting and mentoring for survivors of the deaf and hard of hearing, BIPOC, LGBTQ+. We are centering and prioritizing radical self-love for these artists so that we can see more of us coming out of this pandemic, stepping into our power. So thank you again for having me and us as in my community that I come with here. And yeah, so my first love is my poetry, my music. So I'm gonna open up with one of my songs. And this one it's on my second album called SAAFYR. Soul SAAFYR, SOS Soul SAAFYR, streaming on all platforms. So let me get my instrumental And here we go. Oh my God. No, sorry, I can't find it. So I'm gonna give it to John first, since I'm looking at it. It's been a battle in my chest, more days for rest, and constantly reminded that silence is a test of my own company. My love is expansive and it belongs to me. I always make a choice, especially to things that change so suddenly. That means I am free. Let the water and the sun surround me while the moon helps me breathe. I need to know that I am not alone. Sorry, I'm so sorry. This is rough. I keep hearing feedback on my speaker, so let me run it back one more time. All right. It's been a battle in my chest, more days for rest, and constantly reminded that silence is a test, my own company. My love is expansive and it belongs to me. I always make a choice, especially to things that change so suddenly. That means I am free. Let the water and sun surround me while the moon helps me breathe. I need to know that I am not alone. So I pick up the phone and dial in the prayers to Jah, hoping the spirits will answer my heart. I always seem to pick myself apart and question the brightest star. I am free. Let the water and the sun surround me while the moon helps me breathe. I need to know that I am not alone. Look in my eyes and let it cry. It's alright, yeah. All right, we're gonna vibe out. Thank you. That's my first song. Thank you. And I'm gonna move my amp and I'll do my next couple pieces. 1 second. Okay, so I wrote that song literally for my community, my family, feeling like I was having a hard time showing up for my community and like what I need to feel joy. And at that time, that was me going through some spiritual warfare. You know, I feel like I love how everyone's pieces were gorgeous, by the way, amazing. Everything I needed. When I tell you today felt heavy, all that was shared in every single one of your pieces, songs, poetry, your words really resonated with where I'm at right now. So I know I'm in perfect alignment to being here with you all, and like where I'm gonna go tomorrow feels more, validated and supported. So thank you. And so this song is called SOS. It's also on my second album. And SOS as in there's emergencies, we're in danger, there's police brutality, there's just negative energy everywhere. But how do we move in our own light? How do we trust what we have, whether it's dark, light, or in between, that can guide us to see a better future? And if there's not much, at least being grateful to be alive should be enough. I'm so grateful that you're here. You're enough. Okay. Shout outs to One Somerville. You guys are awesome. I love your logo, by the way. All right, come on, play. Okay. Here we go. Down, 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 down. I don't mind wrong from right, but I can't sleep at night when you use your mind to shine that bright day and night. That's your light, that's your light, that's your light. That's your light, that's your light, that's your light. Yeah. Educational TV becomes debatable. Please be the new available channel on my cable box. Haters try to block, but they still play the fox. Swiper, no swiping, but he still lay the rocks. No money, stop fighting somebody, call the cops. Bending corners with blue cars and the lights on top. Making noise, blasting horns, everybody stop. Stop, stop. Everybody stop. Pop, pop goes the weasel. Bodies lean like an easel. Diesel for the bricks for the toe. Take the snitch. Audience sits while the tube is labeled drip. Switch back to the show. Letting go. Do you enjoy watching it fit? Blaming this equation. Insane is my persuasion. I'm saying I see praising the pain versus laying my brain. Curse where support is my cane. I'm bored if I'm playing. Peace warden, not playing. Fancy remote got me changing the show. My eyes closed, IQ be dropping in low. TV got me jaded, but where did it go? Stay educated, cause what you know, you owe. Say, I don't mind wrong from right, but I can't sleep at night when we fight. Use your mind to shine that bright day and night. That's your light, that's your light, that's your light. That's your light, that's your light, that's your light. As I wake up, naked in my bed, what a crazy night, just what went through my head. I drank what I drank and I said what I said. Can't take nothing back, never live life with regrets. I get out my spot to start a new day. My job calls and I got to get paid. It's easier to get laid, but it's not that easy. So I go out my way to get on the train. A pain in the ass. I'm broke with no cash. Others look and laugh. I got to think fast. Sir, I don't have my T-Pass, but if you let me on, I'll pay you back. I batted my eyes, I stared at his stash. Yes, I may have lied, but it was all I had. Yes, I'll let you buy, but you're looking at your bag. Damn, is it good to be a lady with some class? I don't mind wrong from right, but I can't sleep at night when we fight. Use your mind to shine that bright day and night. That's your light, that's your light, that's your light. That's your light, shine bright, saving lives, save ourselves, save our souls. That's your light, shine bright, shine bright, that's your light, shine bright. SOS, hey, SAAFYR, hey, stay blessed, hey, no stress, hey, get rest, hey, 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 no stress, hey. Thank you. Hey, okay. This is my last song. I believe this is a short one, and I mean, I have so much work. I want to share everything, and I feel like I need to do like another listening party because it feels so good to perform. It feels so good to cultivate a stage in my home and be here with you all and be able to tune in from anywhere. I'm in Providence. I'm from Boston, but I live in Providence, and my desire is to connect as much around the world. Community care for me means also like welcoming myself to meet anyone that can impact my life for the rest of my life, and that could be anywhere at any time. And so I have that power. Miss Pussy is mentioned in this song. Miss Pussy is an archetype of mine that represents the fierce protector of pussy, like trauma, sexual violence, but then the sensuality release and the divine masculine in feminine, and how beautiful it is to be as brave and courageous as our pussies are and get paid for it, because there's obviously a profit off of our feminine energy, whether by killing or by selling or whatever it is. So pay me if you're gonna, try to profit off my pussy. Pay me. That's how I feel. And I decide if you get to do that, regardless. You might not even get to profit off my pussy, but you still gonna pay attention. Hello. All right, here we go. So I've been doing a lot of radical healing, a lot of deep self-love, self-care. I've done a lot of traveling while being celibate, and that is something I recommend for anyone. If you're practicing, abstinence and harnessing your sexual energy, traveling is a great way because you're out of your element, so it's easier to say no to things and feel good in your no because you're not there for long. You're gonna come back and see something new. All right, I talking your ear off now. Here we go. Hey, SAAFYR, that's right, homie, say my name. Yeah. Hey, yo, Cherry, what's up? I'm a blessing, enjoy your life and all the best things. Never quit on yourself, keep resting, blessing. Enjoy your life and all the best things. Never quit on yourself, go rest. I've been flexing so my modesty turned into muscles. Been in my bag, help me with my duffels. I win when I'm sad, I started from my losses. Yeah, man, you got a job, so my girls be bosses from Boston. This pussy poppin' around the world, free the vape. Nothing can stop me, yeah, I'm your girl, give and take. No problems on me, and peep my girl, New York babe. She all about me, yes, I'm her girl. I'm hard, but I stay vulnerable. Tattoos on these scars, and I stay portable. Buddhist to God, I pray and still I grow. Any day I feel flawed, I forgot why. Cause I'm a blessing, enjoying life and all the best things. Never quit on yourself, keep resting, blessing. Enjoy your life and all the best things. Never quit on yourself, go rest, you're a blessing. Enjoy your life and all the best things. Never quit on yourself, keep resting, blessings. Enjoy your life and all the best things. Never quit on yourself, go rest. I'm hard, but I stay vulnerable. Tattoos on these scars, and I stay portable. Buddhist to God, I pray until I grow. Any day I'm flawed, I forgot why. Cause I'm a blessing, freestyle in my mind. Me, I can say things in my mind, I'm wild. I'm trying to spit my bars, I don't know if I go hard, but I'm gonna keep this out, cause I know it to your heart. Thank you for showing up like disability. Thank you for your rap and your music abilities. Thank you for your poetry and thank you for your words. Thank you for bringing me down. I feel heard. I'm a blessing. Enjoy your life and all the best things. Never quit on yourself. Be resting, blessing. Enjoy your life and all the best things. Never quit on yourself. You're a blessing. Enjoy your life and all the best things. Never quit on yourself. Keep resting, blessings. Enjoy your life and all the best things. Never quit on yourself. You're a blessing. Enjoy your life and all the best things. You're a blessing. You're a blessing. You're a blessing. Stay blessed. Go rest. Hey, thank you. Oh my God, what's going on?
Woo! What a set.
Thank you so much. I feel so good.
Really nice hook on that song.
Thank you.
You are a blessing. Thank you for your music. Always a joy to have you around. And if anyone needs ASL for their events, hire SAAFYR. She's really good at ASL. I've seen her sign language interpret poems without having the text in advance and like do a fantastic job. So she's really, really good. And also, as Adrian pointed out, accessibility is collective care. Accessibility is love. Accessibility is disability justice. So build it into the budget and make sure you budget for ASL and captions and have your events in a wheelchair accessible space.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
go
want
ahead.
to drop you a thought real quick. I meant to originally do one of the pieces in sign language, but because of my anxiety and doing this in a different way, and sign and body language is really important. Your body is so important. So I'm gonna do a quick little, it's been a battle in my chest, more days for rest, and constantly reminded that silence is a test of my own company. My love is expensive and it belongs to me. I always makes a choice and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so yes, I love to do my poetry in sign. And I'm studying to be a very accountable, social justice aware interpreter. So, please book me, but also look into me first, get to know me so that I can show up fully meeting your needs. And thank you for mentioning that, because we need to see deaf and hard of hearing, more other different able bodies in these different creative spaces. I dream of a world for that.
Beautiful, beautiful. And thank you for the encore. That was special.
Yay.
So, I want to, before we close out, I just want to give a couple thank yous to the Once team. Kayla's doing tech tonight, and Laura is in the YouTube also doing tech. And we also had working behind the scenes. We had Maddie and Leilani and JJ and Aaron, and I don't even know how many other people, but there are a lot of people, so definitely please support their Patreon if you can, and please donate food to a community fridge if you can. And I forgot to ask, SAAFYR, do you have anything coming up that you want us to know about?
Oh, so I would love for people to go on my website on the homepage and just drop in your email address, and I can send you not only what's coming up in terms of Blueprint to Thrive, this amazing program, and how you can be part of it or send it to other people, but Survival Theater projects, beautiful herbal self-care kits, and just scheduling for workshops. We have a workshop every month on a Saturday afternoon, once a month, for our Healing Through Creative Arts program. And Blueprint to Thrive is for BIPOC centered only. So, I would love to see folks here drop their email address so I can give you more updates.
Yes, get on her list. Her community work is amazing. Okay, all y'all are amazing, and so please have a good night. Please take a deep breath. Please eat something if you haven't today, and continue to wear your masks outside and about, and inside in people's houses if you're going to people's houses. So stay safe, stay healthy, have a good night. That's our show.
Like, share,
subscribe. Subscribe.